Hello, boys and girls. It's Masandawana Fan vlog, and bring you the preseason preview, right?
Yeah.
The season preview.
Yeah.
It's preseason, so that's why I said preseason preview. I don't know where to start. On my left is the one and only.
The resident.
The clocks.
The Masandawana Fan vlog.
Yeah, and we also have the one and only Sedi.
Hey.
And then to my right, we have the main man, Taji.
Hello.
I don't know if you should say the controversial.
The most controversial person on Twitter.
I'm not sure it's more controversial, you or him.
And then next to him, we have our resident Masandawana Fan vlog visitor, Tuli. Yes, and now we're somewhere around here, and we also have a few guests that are gonna come in once we start the ball rolling. So yeah, man, let's start the ball rolling.
Alright.
We here. Let's start talking, guys.
Let's do this.
Let's talk about last season. You guys are the champions of the Absa Premiership.
Yep.
2017-2018 season.
Obvious.
Deserving champions.
Obvious.
Your coach is the coach of the year.
Yep.
El Mago, the one and only. The player of the season.
Swept the awards.
Swept the awards. Football of the season. Despite cheerleaders and everything. We don't have to talk about that. So yeah, who wants to go first? Let's talk about last season. Just briefly.
Just briefly.
Yeah.
Look, honestly, last season we probably won it at 3/4 pace. Let's be honest. I mean, it's an indictment on the league itself that the Jingles could be playing around and still manage to get 60 points.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we literally won it in 2 patches.
Yeah.
There was one stretch that began when we were in Orlando. You
Of
remember?
course.
Yeah.
We were all
Started
there.
there.
Started there. That's it. Those 7 games.
Yeah.
And then the one that again started after
Against Pirates.
against Pirates again. So literally Pirates have been our triggers for last
Yeah.
season. So between those two, I think that's where we won it.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, I'll give us a 75%
Out of 100.
out of 100.
But what about the domestic cups?
Domestic cups, for me, well, I only recognize the 2.
The cup, the cup.
That's it. So what we do with that other one
doesn't matter.
for me.
Yeah, most useless cup competition, preseason trophy, M10
Yeah, well, a glorified
You can keep that
Yeah,
trophy.
you can keep that.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll actually give us on the cup run. I'll say it's okay. We also did another 60%. I said. I mean, we
Even though we didn't win anything.
Jeez, it took my respect that far. I mean, we're last in the semis.
Yeah.
And we must always remember, Sundowns, we're like fighting on all fronts.
Yeah.
I mean, Telkom stars were
Easiest team in the league.
Exactly.
Always
We're
in
busy
charge.
Africa. Exactly. We're busy in Africa, man.
Yeah.
So other people can prepare for their top 8s and their cups.
Yeah.
The shade.
You are our Mamelodi Sundowns. You won Miss Mamelodi Sundowns on the season. We won the league. You're the lucky chum. So how was your reign and your first season with Mamelodi Sundowns?
My first season with Mamelodi Sundowns has really been great. I mean, to see the team and how they continue to push themselves despite some of the setbacks that we did have was just really, really great. And also, we need to keep in mind that our team kept so busy that we had cups going on, we had CAF going on, and that we still managed, at some point we were playing 3 times in a week, unlike other teams who had time to prepare. So I think the Brazilians did very well.
Like the coach said, some teams are well rested.
So we had a pretty impressive season.
Seri?
Well, we were top of the league from December,
Yeah.
so it was pretty obvious. I mean, Long kept saying, "Come me, come me." It was a little tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, that loss against Pirates, I won't lie, it hurt me.
Yeah.
And then also how they just came out of nowhere from number 9 and then the number 2, and then it just.
The small horse.
But we still managed to do it because I think the whole season, the journalists were always just like, yeah, what is Peter going to do without Rilani? Sundowns was nothing without Hulani.
Yeah.
When we started drawing, I won't lie, I also felt some
You had
type
some
of way.
doubts.
I had some doubts. I was just like, just come back home, my guy.
Yeah.
Come back home.
I hear you, but I hear you, but the first game we played against Pirates, the media made a running factor out of it.
Yes.
And then what happened?
We beat them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In their own backyard.
And then the
got a
second
lesson.
time, I was
They
like,
got a
hey,
football lesson.
yo. But in essence, being at the top of the log, doing every other tournament that we had been doing,
Yeah.
and still going to CAF, I mean, all those other teams had more than one chance to, like,
Yeah.
outrun us, and then we're still top of the log. We go wherever, we come back, still top of the log. We
Yeah.
draw, we're still top of the log.
Yeah.
We win, we're still top of the log. We lose, still top of the log. And then we still just win the league. I
Yeah.
mean,
Even the Polokwane City games that we played, home and away.
yeah.
The Ramagalela
Yeah,
games.
the Ramagalela. Like I was striking the
On
ball.
suspension.
I remember the vlog we shot in Polokwane after we lost in Polokwane
Yo.
in January.
On a-
The first
Yo.
game of the year.
First one,
On
yeah.
a hot day in Polokwane.
And
Yo,
we
guys.
closed like on a loss.
That
open
was-
on a loss.
Yep.
Yes,
Yo.
that was the first vlog where Tutu and myself gave players 2s and 1s.
Yes.
It was very frustrating because we felt like it's here, but it's here, but like the games that we feel you should at least, with all due respect to Polokwane
Yeah,
City,
yeah.
but the games
they
that we
did
felt
the
we should
most.
win,
Yeah.
we
They
lost.
did the
And that
most.
game we scored like so quick, like George Lewis's second goal
Yes,
against the very
yes.
same team that he scored his first goal for Sundowns for. And we thought but the missed chances in that game were also, so I think like those small factors were like a bit annoying. And at one point we thought we were gonna win the league with at least 56 points or 58 points.
Yes, yes,
Ah.
And then, but another thing, we were so spoiled that when we wanted to 60, we were like, could have wanted with 66
I mean,
or 64. But
So, but City, your rating out of 10 for our season?
I'll give us a strong 7.
Okay.
a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out
Oh,
of 10
Toni
is
didn't
not
rate
bad.
our season.
I'd give us an 8.
An 8 out of 10.
Okay. In the words of Sir Jingles,
Yeah.
the league was never under threat. It was never under threat, eh?
It was never the threat.
The closest Rooibos FC got to us was 4 points.
Rooibos FC is Pirates, by the way.
Yes.
guys.
It was 4 points.
Yeah.
That,
And they got excited.
yes, it
Yo.
was very exciting.
Yes.
Very
Yo.
good, very- So, but besides that, it was never in question.
It was never,
It
even
was
for
never in
me.
question.
Same here.
What disappointed me was the Champions League. That were the team. We should have beaten that one.
We should have.
I'm sorry, we should have beaten that one team. That's my most disappointing part of last season.
Of last
But
season.
otherwise, the league, not in question. The FA Cup, we played a very well rested team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
Manus
had rested
back.
for 3 days. They had
No,
10
no.
days.
The
to
most
prepare.
overhyped
No.
team.
I was just going to go to that. And when they played us that Sunday, they'd been very, very well rested.
They're 10
And
days,
then
10 days.
yeah, exactly. And then we played them again midweek.
And we had
Yeah.
camped
And
there.
guess what? When they beat us midweek, I said, no, what? They're going to go lose to Chiefs. Because it's impossible for them
To maintain.
Yeah,
to
to
maintain,
maintain
the truth.
that.
And guess what?
Yeah.
They went and played very, very poor Chiefs side, and they still lost.
Lost.
Yeah.
Because it's
And,
very
and Pius scored.
Yeah.
You know when Pius scores, when Pius scores the Chiefs, you know.
Benta.
So because of our Champions League run and no domestic cups, yeah, I would love to win an FA Cup.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
loved for us to win a double. I think
Same here.
we have
Yeah.
a strong enough team to win 2 trophies a season.
In one season.
So
yeah.
I'd give us, because of, I know Sir Jingles very high standards.
Yep.
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Funny enough, that's the same rating I had in mind.
Yep.
Because it's like, it's a pass.
Yeah.
Like it's a pass, but it's not
Yeah,
a,
it's
it's not a,
It's not
it's not a
amazing.
convincing pass. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you, Asama does score,
Yeah.
but it's a pass. You know.
Yeah.
But when you have high standards and you know, like the last time we won the
Yeah.
league, the last time we won the league, it was 71 points, guys.
Was it a 72?
72. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
72
72 points.
That was a special season.
We stay setting records, guys.
And
But-
and then to win it again with 60 points, like that's what 12,
Yeah.
12 points less.
Less.
Yeah,
And
that's a good see.
And
Yeah.
the people are celebrating the fact that they came second.
Yeah.
I mean,
No healing. Quote
You're like,
With how
unquote.
many points? With how many points?
you're like, you're like 55, 50 odd points.
No, but you know how many points they won the last their last trophy?
You know,
They didn't win with 60 points.
That was
How
like
many did you get?
58.
50,
God.
58 points.
Yeah.
someone should
I
tell them the game
was
has
checking.
changed.
I was checking
Yeah, yep.
exactly.
Jeez. the game has changed.
Yeah, and they won the league with 58 points. This season what they felt was their best season without winning. They won it with they got 50. They finished with 55 points. So I mean, yeah. Sometimes when you say like we really can't talk to other people, like they should really listen.
No, but like one thing I love about Jingles, when Vitz took it, it was like we know where the trophy is.
No, even before that,
we will fetch it.
Before that, he did it with Chiefs.
Even with Chiefs, it's like we know where the trophy is. We're gonna go fetch it. It's fine.
Yeah,
they can have it. It's fine.
And he knows the GPS coordinates, man. He went and fetched it with record points.
Wherever it is,
wherever it is. And then now other people are talking about fetching, and I'm like, how do you fetch something you never had? You forgot the feeling. You forgot. By the time they probably get it, maybe the league will probably design another trophy. Yeah, but like so.
And it's even worse. The season they are going into, they're gonna go into Champions League. A very conscious Champions League. One. That starts in December.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking at our previous season. Literally from the 22nd of April to the 22nd of May, we didn't win again.
We drew.
Everything, yeah.
That's when the Champions League began, right?
Exactly. So from the 22nd of April to the 22nd of May, we didn't win again. 7 games there. You can include Barcelona if you want to do that, make it 7 games. We lost, we drew.
Yeah.
Now, imagine what's going to happen coming into the coming season. With a compressed Champions League, which will be coming to an end,
that's all he
and we'll have to
enjoy.
be pushing into the league.
Yeah.
And those guys think they're gonna rock up and come and fetch shit.
No! They'll tell you about 95. They'll tell you about 95 and 2013.
Jeez, maybe half of you guys probably were not born yet.
We were here.
No one was born that year, right?
No one was born that year.
And then if you qualified to go there, the next time they tell us about backdoors, they were not there. It was Cape Town City actually won the league the previous year.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway.
Yeah, but we're going to a different place now. But yeah.
So if they actually think it's gonna be easy, they have got something else coming up.
The thing is with them, they say we are more experienced playing the Champions League, and you always give them that stat. Sundowns has played over 100 Champions League games. Then they say no, but we did it first.
Yeah,
but
no.
Okay.
Cosmos did it first.
Calm down. don't bring your Twitter argument here. Let's move on to other stuff. So the overall rating. I was never good at math. I gave it 65. You gave it 65. You gave it
a strong 7.
A strong
7.
Yeah. So what's the overall rating?
With an 8 and outlier, then it's a 7.
It's a 7. Yeah, that's why you work at a bank.
Getting the thing.
Yeah, so it was a good season, guys, but like now we're gonna jump into other stuff.
All right.
Hi, this is Lucidi, and you're watching the Masandawana Fan vlog. Like, subscribe, and also press that little bell on the corner of your YouTube thing to get all the notifications. We live, baby, we live!
Yes, we're playing musical chairs here. We dubbed you guys into thinking, it's a season preview, but we play musical chairs. We're joined by Murendeni, we are joined by Neo, we are joined by Yolanda as well. I wasn't supposed to introduce Neo, but yeah, I did it. So yeah, you guys missed out on the first segment. We were talking about the season that was, but it's fine. We'll talk about transfers now. It's transfer season. Announced season, silly season. There'll be players coming in, but also there'll be players going out. Let's tackle the elephant in the room.
Let's dive straight into
that one.
Okay, let's just vote on this one first. Who do you start with?
Khama
Percy or
Billiat.
Khama? Oh!
Khama Billiat. Let's start with Khama Billiat.
The Khama Billiat. This is Khama Billiat, and you're watching Masandawana Fan vlog. Boom, boom. So yeah, guys, let's talk about Khama Billiat.
I know Nell has a lot to say. He's been preparing this for the past month.
My thing about Khama is that he's been brilliant. Khama Billiat. On the field, Khama Billiat has been brilliant. He's done a lot for the club, but equally the club has done a lot for Khama Billiat.
Yeah.
So, with me, is if a club that has made you the player that you are today, not taking away his talents and everything, for for them to offer you a contract for 2 years, and you tell them you don't want to give them an answer. I think it's where the problem started for me.
Yep.
It's where the problem started, and then how he just left, like no thank you messages to the club, to the fans, and to me it just showed that Rama left to Chiefs. He knows it's a rival team. He said his goodbyes to the club, and
Keegan Dolly's transfer saga was huge.
Yeah, exactly.
The assistant coach.
The assistant coach, or the head coach, or whatever we want to call him. So my thing about Khama Billiat, it means he's not. If he's fighting with someone at the club, or if he's fighting with the club, he's not only fighting with the club.
Or whoever.
Yeah, he's not only fighting with, but he's also fighting with the fans. What has the fans done? What did the fans do to you? Like say your bye to the fans. That's why I'm fighting with Khama. Like,
and then he called Chiefs fans the best fans.
Exactly. And then a week after signing,
Hasn't kicked a ball.
he hasn't kicked a ball.
Once,
That's what I want to say about Khama, is that it's very yes, leave and go to Chiefs. It's fine, but
leave and go to Chiefs.
No,
No,
it's not fine.
it's not it happens. Let me say it happens. It's football. It happens.
Yeah.
But say your goodbyes to the fans.
Yeah.
Say your goodbyes to the fans.
Because you're not saying it to the. You might have gone to Chiefs to spite whoever maybe you're fighting with the team. We never know.
We never know what.
But now, you are now no longer spiting them. You're spiting the millions of fans. Remember this one game? I forget which season it was or which game it was. I just remember the moment, and we are always in the same section. Remember this one time, a ball came from Sompo, from deep that side, and it came. Khama killed it with such precision. The entire stand that side, there was a whoa. You want to tell me you don't hear that?
That's how brilliant Khama Billiat was.
Exactly. And the fans support you that much. Remember when he limped off injured when we played this past season? The Toni derby. What did the supporters do? These Sundown supporters.
They
What
gave him
happened? We never clap off anyone.
Yeah, we never clap off anyone, but we gave him a nice
because it's Khama.
And you know, talking about Khama's brilliance, it reminds me of where I come from. You know, there are lots of donkeys where I grew up, and some of the donkeys can run. You know, they can run. But even if you know that a donkey can run, if you're in your right space of mind, you can never take a donkey to Durban July.
Never.
Even if you've got the best jockey, a donkey can never run in Durban July. And that's what is happening with Khama now, where he's going. He's a brilliant player. You can call him the best jockey.
He's a
but
Maserati.
he's gonna go and ride a
He's a
donkey
Maserati.
there. So there's no way that, you know.
But can we all get this out of the way?
Yeah.
Khama's going to sell funeral cover. Going to play. But first of all, like when Khama first came to Sundowns, I wasn't amused because I just
His
thought,
first season was
Yeah,
frustrating.
he
Yeah,
showed a lot of
it just
promise,
felt like-
but it was like Percy's first season. Like
No,
he
just-
didn't have an end product.
Yes,
Like,
Yeah.
so for me, I'm a very hard fan to please. So when Khama first came, I was just like, who's this guy? Why are we paying so much money for him? And with that kind of money, my brother, you must score.
Boy,
every
boy, did
game.
he not show you? Boy, did he not show you
must
why?
do something. Like, I want to know why we
Yeah.
paid so much for you. And like, as the season went on, I was just like, okay.
So do you also want to know why we pay so much for my Brogan?
Let's not go there.
That's my thing. But I had to see, maybe. But like, honestly, at least say goodbye to the fans. Like, it doesn't matter who you're fighting with.
Yeah.
It like, with that other one that we're gonna discuss soon, I just felt he should have taken some notes from Khama. I think Khama, in the time that he was at Sundowns and he was in limbo about his contract, he stayed as a professional.
Yes.
He went to training. He did his part. Whether he was starting from the bench or starting in the starting 11, he did his job until the season ended.
Yeah.
But as a player, you should also be professional enough to be like, okay, guys, I've done my time, I've earned my trophies, I've done everything I thought I wanted to do for a team, and now I need to start a new chapter.
Yeah.
I just didn't think he was going to go sell funeral cover. I thought he was going to Saudi to earn the millions in dollars. That's what I thought was going on. Because that was the story that had been going on in the papers where they know this guy's going to
Yolanda, I want to hear your thoughts on Khama.
Oh well, Khama, he's a great player. Like we can't despise that. But my problem is that when you playing like in a certain team, like the environment is different.
Yeah.
So the question I've been having is he gonna be effective as he was in Sundowns? Yeah. So he was a great player. Like he had like
in a good system.
Yeah. He had like 16 appearances in the league and scored 8 goals and 4 assists. Yeah, you could see whenever he was in the field, he was effective. But I think time will tell if he's gonna
made a great move.
If he made a great move. But
And also the amazing fans throw these things.
They throw and they do this, and they do this. We never did that to him, never ever.
It's gonna be nice now, you know. They are still in honeymoon, and then
Going back to what Sadie said, like for me, when me and Toto used to have questions all the time that, but why are these European teams not going for Khama Billiat? Why are they going for Dolly? Like during the Dolly saga, like because Khama Billiat was the
main man.
He was the main, and he was still 26 at the time. Like so, we were asking ourselves that question. So it wasn't a question whether we knew that he was gonna leave one day, but we thought he was gonna go to Europe, but not to MTN taxi rank.
I once tweeted something. We'll put it up somewhere here. I tweeted that Khama Billiat will not go to a PSL team. Ever. And then there was talks, like Pirate supporters were like, Khama, this and that. And I was like, okay, maybe he might. But because I thought if he goes to a PSL team, it might be Pirates. I would have been had more
if it was Pirates.
He went to Pirates. Because I feel like Pirates are our real rivals. So like with Chiefs, I'm like, no fam. You know, that's why I never seen anything malicious about him. I was like, exactly. I was like, clearly it's deeper than what we see. And do you think European teams didn't come for Khama?
I personally think Asian teams, not European teams, they maybe they had some reservations about it. But Asian teams, I think Saudi Arabia, China, the Middle East.
There's also talk about that Eastern
Karabakh.
European.
Karabakh.
Your thoughts?
The Eastern Bloc guys. I mean, you wanna go play in the Eastern Bloc. Well, if you wanna play Champions League,
at least Karabakh plays in the Champions League.
You can get that. Like for me, Khama is. I mean, I remember a stage when he joined us. Wome was literally ahead of him. Wome was doing more than Khama was doing. But Sir Jingle said, and I was actually one of those to say, is this the right move? Like, has Sir Jingles done the right move?
For Wome to go to...
Because he missed it, that's why he's leaving.
Exactly. And guess what? I mean, we were proved correct. I mean, what Sir Jingles have done to actually lift Khama to where he is, and what he tried to do for Wome, but just Wome is just Wome. That all the talent, if only he can... The stuff
get the head right.
So it's for me, Khama is a Maserati that no one can fault. Like, no one can actually say he's not. He's a faulty one, which speaks to why he only played 1,100 minutes last season. But when he's on the field, he will deliver. But he was in an environment that allowed him to do so. So now outside that environment, can he still do so?
People forget who plays with Khama.
No, saying your home it's fine.
People forget Khama has a Mshishi, has a Vila, has a Trompo, has a Sugar,
has a Percy,
has a Serino.
As a player who has that many assists.
He doesn't have players from amateurs from Madagascar.
That's why I'm saying you're taking a jockey to ride a donkey. It will never happen.
But honestly, he gave us 5 of his best years. I personally, you know, he's my favorite son. He was my favorite son. I know when Khama Billiat plays, we play different, man. He's the main.
We're a different team, fam. Like,
even although Almago was brilliant and he had an amazing season, Khama Billiat was the best player at our club.
And most effective.
I think so. I think so.
When he's on the pitch.
Look, the previous season alone, like the goals he scored were crucial.
He
didn't score.
He came on against Vets.
When he came on against Vets, you saw what he did.
On the first day we started shooting this vlog.
Exactly.
in Rustenburg.
Rustenburg against Platinum Stars.
Can I interrupt you a bit there?
Cape Town City.
Yes.
Like away. Like, he doesn't score small goals.
He won us more points than Percy did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crucially.
But Trevor Mnini from Dobsonville wants to tell us that we are Percy FC.
But you know, when you look at Khama, right? You see when you look at the evolution of Khama, that's where you see Peter's brilliance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Khama used to miss sitters.
Yeah.
You know, that guy. I was watching videos of his time at Ajax when he first came to Sundowns.
I remember this one game at
guy,
Orlando. Oh my God.
That guy used to miss sitters, and then he was transformed. And I remember before that, I think Peter said something about making him play.
No,
That's his one player of the season. He did say.
So it speaks volumes about our coaching staff as well, and how our team can transform a player. So I doubt he's gonna get that where he's going. With Solinas, let's not. But yeah, I doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think Khama is the. I was about to say, you know, we still have a couple of more players to talk about, but I feel like because this one is Khama Billiat,
Yeah.
best
But
player in the league for the
also
past 4 years.
Yeah.
The one that we're about to get to, I think people have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, but I was just saying with Khama, like he gave us more, and also the team he went to. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that says a lot. But it's fine, guys. Let's rest it.
But-
We'll have more chats about it
One
off
last
camera. Oh
thing,
yeah.
You know what happens to players that use Sundowns fetches?
I was
There's
just
a
another now, eh?
There's a list.
Toriel.
They are
Tutorial,
riding donkeys.
There's a list.
Tell us.
Kila, Josta Gaga.
Toriel.
I only wish Rama.
Rama.
Oh, nothing but.
Hey, there's a list.
No. Because for Rama he had to, like literally.
And Rama was also
wanted-
very
he-
respectful.
he-
Remember when he
he
scored
wanted to
against
go.
us?
Yeah, when it's
Didn't
going
want
against
to
us.
say.
Yeah.
And Rama didn't want to go. It was just a question
Yeah.
of, no, what, this for his career.
Let's
Like, we've got Andile Ngong at that time. And, like, you can see the
And
writing on the
Asavela
wall.
actually
And
Asavela Mbegile was playing
his shoes.
was the team played so well
Yeah,
Exactly.
with that squad that also had Asavela Mbegile when he was
Exactly.
injured.
Remember the Champions League final?
Yeah.
Fam.
And you must remember, he got an injury like around about February,
Yeah,
March.
when we won the
and
Telkom
the guys
knockout.
that came on, like Asavela, and then they're like,
Asavela,
you know what, they took over, and they're like, so, and we're getting Morena, and
And we had
Ngong, and
Morena
you're like,
now.
it's okay. And he was very respectful.
He was
Very
He
respectful.
was very
He was.
respectful.
Yeah.
And I used to give him a tough time. Like, there's one guy I used to give a tough time.
Who don't you give it to?
I used to call him, what you call this?
Let's reserve it.
A bottle. Okay, before we get into Amargo, I want us to get into the other players because then we'll end with
Yeah.
Amargo.
Okay, it's fine.
Shoes.
Let's talk
Let's
about
start
Shoes
with
Mbegile.
shoes.
Bro,
Yeah.
He went to Pirates, was part of the most talked about 9 players that Pirates is like.
Potatoes.
But guys, shouldn't we be like?
No, let's switch him
I
up.
think
Wait.
when it comes to Asavela Mbegile, like
No,
He was very
He's the
good.
one that we kept taking out on loan.
no,
No,
it's not.
No.
It's not him. Yes, no.
No.
Asavela Mbegile played, and then at one point there were stories that he wanted to play more in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the time, man, we have Ben 10, we have Stumba there, Zungu. We have Sugar.
Back.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd never saw
Now
it.
we've
Like
got
it was never
Jali.
gonna happen. But I think when I think of the performances he gave when Rama was injured, leading up to the Telkom knockout, we beat Chiefs 3-1 in Durban, and that actual game, and also Champions League first leg final here, second leg he was immense in Alexandria.
Yeah,
He was.
definitely.
Him and Bangali, I remember.
Him and Bangali.
Yes.
Isn't he
So-
also giving?
So let's switch him well.
Yep.
Yeah, well, let's switch.
Well, yeah.
And I think it's also it's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a good move. He's a good signing for them because he's an experienced player. He's won close to everything that you can win. You know what I mean? Everything you could win.
He's won the biggest club competition on the continent. That's the
And he
biggest.
also won the Super Cup,
Yes.
played in the Club World Cup. And then now you go to a team that's ambitious. They have good players. You are like sort of like the Grootman of the
challenge.
team.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's a new challenge for him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Good luck to him.
Honestly
Good
speaking,
ambition.
at Sundowns at best, he was going to be just the utility player that you
Okay.
can have as a
Yeah.
squad player.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you put him on the bench,
Yeah,
he
we-
can
then
slot
we know.
everywhere.
We are just comfortable to have him.
Yeah.
It's a nice to have,
So
but
at least,
not
yeah. What I do
first
like
player.
the most about Shoes was that when Pizzo used him when we were defending a corner. Pizzo would actually use him outside the D line to use as a quick counter attack.
Oh, okay.
Because he could
He
carry the
actually-
ball.
he could-
Yeah.
Exactly.
He could carry the ball.
most opponents never pick that up. That every time Sundowns defends a corner, shoes would not be part of the defending team, would be outside the box for a quick counter.
I never observed that.
No, he actually did that quite well. That's when you actually say that Chinos knows what he's doing. So the next time, Harriet, I'm sure the assistant there knows that.
So we must be very careful with our highlight.
Exactly. Probably put it off against someone else.
The head coach watches the vlog, eh?
Is it? Oh, okay. No. If the jingles look, we actually picked up that trick. He was actually quite very good at that. So yeah.
Another player that went out is cool. No, I wanted to go to Faris Hachi first.
Okay, go with Hachi.
Faris Hachi.
It pains me that it never worked out.
Same here.
With Faris, he was going forward, but I remember on the 1st of April 2007,
FMB Stadium.
FMB Stadium.
Of all people. You can be
and I made my mind that day that this guy's not good enough.
And Hachi was awesome. Remember when we started singing with the supporters?
Yes.
Remember who was the first person to do that?
Yes,
it was actually him
and Percy
and
Sugar.
And Sugar and Ntete and Mr. Cool.
So
Faris was great with the supporters.
I remember his best ever game for Sundowns was that 4-1 win at home against Celtic. He had a brilliant game.
And he was good with his forward runs.
I think he has a better cross on him than Lang.
Actually he does. He does have a better cross. And even cutting in there, I think in the final third, he's more decisive than Langa at times. You know that Langa has goals. Langa has goals. So you can't dispute that. But yeah, man, he's back in Algeria.
If you want to check out the foreign sport, you must be the first choice in the team.
Yes. You can't be check out the first sport and
stay like a guy like exactly. So if you're gonna be there, make sure that in the first team, 9 out of 10.
And it's funny that people don't understand the Zulu signing. And it's super clear. We had to sign Brocky, we had to sign Serino, we had to let out 2 foreigners out. Hence Zagri went on loan as well, and Hachi went on loan. Hence we got Zulu because we needed a backup for the left back. It's not like he was someone we were rumored to be signing. We wanted him. We just needed a backup, so he was a good backup. If it was any other way, we could have actually had him on loan. But because it's Sundowns, we can buy if you want us to buy. And I'm sure maybe they probably twisted our arm to buy him. No, let's make sure of this and you guys buy him. And that's why we got Zulu. So we'll see even if the Zulu thing, even if it doesn't work out, it's still okay because he was a backup. There's rumors about the other guy. I didn't want to go in there. It's fine. We'll get into that. Yeah, and there's also Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool left. Mr. Cool. He was announced by Chiba.
He served He was one of the leaders of the team. I remember Toni, when we won the league in 2014, he was brilliant. Alongside, was it Rio? Was it Rio or Rio?
No, Rio was too bad. Who was he shoot?
Oh,
yes.
That was a brilliant partnership. He also had a connection with the fans, is what I was
It's from the Celtic.
Because he's used to that type of culture, and it was good, man. You know, anytime you will beat Chiefs in a cup final, which we never scored, and we did, and you scored. You will always have a place in my heart. You will be a cult hero for me, certified legend. You know, with Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool could come back for a season loan when we don't have, because we are thin at the back. He can come, I'll still accept him as slow as he is. I remember this one game when he scored a goal. I just forgot who we were playing. After we win, most of the time I don't remember who we beat, unless it's the other 2 guys from Soweto. So I forgot which game it was. It was a corner, but the ball, it was a second ball that we won. And he slotted it in so well. And someone was like, Percy should take shooting lessons from this guy. Because he was so calm in the box. He used to. He was also a penalty taker as well. Yeah, I think it's one of those guys where you wish maybe they could stay like a year longer. But you must understand they also want to play. They also want to play.
Yes. That was good. And that showed that it's a bit. And another person that's rumored to leave is my man, the man with the phone calls. Exactly.
Oh yeah, he's
another person that I'm very disappointed that it never worked out. But for me, on the field, he showed promise.
He did.
But
remember the game at Orlando?
Yes.
Fam.
Yes.
That assist and the goal. He assisted and scored.
So you're working with a certain man called Tito Musimane, and why did you have off-field scandal?
Or there's anything in the Sunday papers?
Yeah, no.
And it's not back pages.
Yeah.
So I think
So
I think that's the reason. That's the biggest reason why Peter would have given him chances. But I think that
he's got more off the field than on the field.
Yeah, but he did show promise. But it just seemed like it was. I'll never forget his goal against we got when we played. We beat them 1-0 at Super in the quarterfinals. Yeah, man, in the first leg. But yeah, he's also rumored to be leaving. But what can we say? Yeah, I see we are all itching now to get to the big one.